The Diocesan Synod report will be presented on Saturday, June 11, 2022. This follows the Diocesan Synod consultation process, which wrapped up last month. Sister Roxanne Mary Neckles fills us in on the compilation process and the work of the committee during the past few weeks.
Well, I am happy to report that we have completed the compilation of the report. For the last 3 weeks or so, the team has been very busy in putting together the report. And so to date, we have that completed report. So the draft report was submitted to all the parish coordinators for their feedback. And then they would have since given us their feedback. We would have looked at it and make the necessary adjustments. And so we have a final document that will be presented to the bishop.
So can you remind us as to where things go from here?
Okay, so now that we have the final document, we will now present that document to the entire diocese. And that will take place in the during the special liturgy that we'll be having on Saturday, the 11th of June at St. Andrew the Apostle Catholic Church. So parishioners, you will hear more about that in the coming days and weeks. So we are in the process of planning for that event, where you will listen to the fruits of the synod, what came out of the process here in the diocese. Also, a copy of that report will be submitted to the AEC.
Would parishioners be getting a feedback as to what actually made the report? Would the report be made available to the wider diocese?
Yes. So the whole idea is to be accountable and transparent as much as possible. It is not the work of the team, but it's the work of you, the entire diocese, the parishioners, and all those who took part in the process. And so, yes, you will have the opportunity to, if you desire, to get a copy of that report. A copy will also be made to all parishes as well, but it will be available to those who would need it. So I want to say, yes, so we have in our hands a document, a synthesis of the entire process that took place. But I want to state that it is not the end. We don't want a document that just finds itself on a shelf somewhere. So going forward, we have ways of implementing action. Because the synod calls for communion, it calls for participation, and it calls also for mission. So together we participated in the process, and now we have to look at how can we implement the things that whatever the Holy Spirit is asking of us as a church here in the diocese. And that would require the efforts of every person. So it's not just left up to the bishop, to the clergy, to religious, but to the entire people of God. All of us who participated in the process have a responsibility to ensure that we really listen now and then to take action to implement what the Holy Spirit is asking of us for the development, spiritual development and growth of our church here in the Diocese of St. George's in Grenada.
Thank you to you, yourself, the entire team for the work that was put into reaching to this stage.